Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and it's time for some more Scarlet Hollow. Because it's been a few days since I recorded it last, and because I decided I definitely wanted to record a second video tonight, in case the first one has some issues. Look, first video, new game, need to sort out, description, title, search tags, all that stuff. And here we are. Oh yeah, search tags. So, when someone uploads a video to YouTube, you know all those things you type in the search bar to find the video? We have to manually add those to the video. We have to guess what search tags people are likely to use to try and find the video, including incorrect spellings of the same search tag that people are likely to use. It's a real bit of a game and gamble just to try and work out how people are going to find it. I think the game's title, and it's either the first 2 lines or the first 20 words or the first 2 paragraphs of the video description, are automatically used as search tags. But anything else, so for instance for this game I would put like Scarlet Hollow RPG, let's play spelt 3 different ways, running it all together as one word, with and without the apostrophe, and so on. Yeah, the things I have to do for these videos. Anyway, here we are. Let's see if I can remember what some of the character voices sound like. So I believe we had nice fun in the library last time, and we're going looking for Reese, whose name is not Kyle and he's not in Terminator, and he is ill, and we're going to meet him and his mother, and maybe he can come help us try and get into the mine and question some of the miners without upsetting Tabitha, our cousin, who runs the mine, to try and find out what's been going on in there that might have got all the local monsters upset and appearing and attacking people around the town. Reese's home stands at the edge of the forest wall, an isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from an unending wilderness. Unlike several of the other entries in historical buildings of Scarlet Hollow, this one still looks mostly like it did in the book. Reese? It's Stella! I brought some buddies too! I don't remember her voice too well at all. And that seems to have gone back to being the plastic parts of the glasses again. Her glasses don't seem to know what they are sometimes. Shh! Not so loud! He's still sleeping! Can I help you with something? I think this is his mother, the doctor. The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you. Oh, great. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Well, we know he's ill already, but we've come asking anyway. Oh, it's like little kids coming to the door, and like my brother used to have a friend who lived up the road, and he'd come and knock on the door, and he had a speech impediment, bless him, and he'd stand there going, can Gabriel come out and play? And sometimes Gabriel could come out and play, and sometimes he could not. And when he could not, sometimes he didn't even want to come down to the door and tell him, and he'd make us tell him, and it just felt wrong to disappoint him. That lad came round like virtually every day asking to play with my brother. He must have really liked him. I don't know what happened to him. It's years later. He's probably around somewhere, but probably moved away years ago. I don't know. I hope he's having a happy life. Nothing strenuous, we promise, says Stella, with the ghost track still across her tits. It's like she's trying to send a message with all these little hand-shaped things on the back of the car. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. Oh no, poor Reese. Look, you already know he's ill, you're just playing along here. It's just been so long since either of us have gotten the chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Sarah would get along super well too. And she's like, I've never even met this Sarah. Who is this bitch from out of town who looks like she belongs to that family up on the hill that everyone hates because they run the place really badly? Hi, I'm Sarah, Vivian's kid. Stella, if Reese is that sick, we shouldn't be dragging him along on adventures. Probably shouldn't use the word adventures. Yeah, nothing strenuous here at all. Okay, yeah. Well, let's introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Sarah, Vivian's kid. I know who you are. Because she knows everyone in town, and I'm the stranger that everyone knew was coming. Because they were told that I've been summoned to come to the funeral. The way she avoids looking at you as she speaks makes you feel like you've done something wrong, even though you're pretty sure you've done nothing wrong at all. Apart from existing, obviously. She must not be very fond of Vivian, leaving and abandoning the mind to the other. Name starts with a P or something? Reese's mum turns back into the house, sighing. Sorry, I know that was just as a little rude. You just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses both of you too. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper and you all can hang out for a bit. And I am being summoned myself now. Okay, crisis averted. I have returned. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. Sorry, I got a bit of a blocked nose, so I'm not able to give it full vocal variation at the moment. And I suppose you can come too, Sarah. Well, that'd be great. I can bring it as a side dish, maybe deviled eggs. Does he still eat those? No. Eggs are a little much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Okay, what the hell's wrong with him? This sounds like he can't eat that kind of food anymore at all. Not like he's getting any better. As if he has some kind of debilitative condition. And he's obviously not older than his mother, so it won't be just old age. Okay, I'll bring soda then. Fizzy drinks, sugary fizzy drinks to someone who's that ill? That's not... Okay, yes, fine, you can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably. Oh, and leave the dog at home. She doesn't know. Okay, no dogs. The dog's dead. Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Kanika isn't quite as self-assured as she likes to make out. She dresses all confident, but maybe it's to try and give herself confidence. And she's supposed to be the character that's closest to us, but she really doesn't feel it at all. Dr. Kelly nods and acknowledges. Okay, we'll try that again. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within, and I'm just going to make sure I'm recording. Definitely am. It's all good. God, that woman makes me nervous. Are you okay, Stella? So do mines. I'm fine, she mentioned the dog. She used to be so nice when we were kids. Always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids, says Kanika, cheering up a little. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry, I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Cool. I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't be long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, Sarah. Do I get a choice between the two? Quite probably. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you'd rather ride with Kanika. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. Wait. Why are you not going in the van? Either way works for me, says Kanika. You know... Yeah, why not just drive up with Kanika? Aren't the mines a bit of a way off? Are you checking on some creatures? Or are you scared of Kanika's driving? Does she drive really badly? Like, slam on the accelerator, slam on the brake, and nothing in between? Don't worry about it, Sarah. There's a lot of junk in the back of my van. It gets a little tight with more than 2 people. And I don't know the way, so I couldn't be expected to walk. Yeah, but we're going to have to come back, aren't we? You know what? So, we got on better with Stella than Kanika in the library. We got on better with Kanika in the shop. But Kanika's turned out to be a sort of cynical person who doesn't really believe in anything. I would say she's not the best person to have on a kind of paranormal expedition, but she would help rein in people whose imaginations were getting out of hand a bit. Even if she might freak out or be in total denial if she actually is confronted with anything unusual. And because we kind of might have rubbed her up the wrong way a little bit in the library, it might be best to drive with her and try and make it up to her and improve on that relationship. Even if she does have disgusting earlobes that freak me out. Now, that being said, Stella is going to walk through the woods on her own. Not safe. Not safe at all. There's monsters in the woods. And the game does have achievements for finding out what happens after Stella goes missing. If we walk with her in the woods, we might be able to prevent her from going missing. Alright, as in, I'm not sure it's a set point in the story. And apparently it's she can go missing and you can never find out and she can never come back. Hey, it's a horror game. Scary things can happen. Also, ghost tracks. She's going off down forest trails. And if she goes missing, like she was a ghost, because there was no one there to witness it, also, her t-shirt is kind of telling me, apart from the fact that these rear lights look a bit like eyes, that maybe, if we go in the van, we will die. Because it's a vehicle and the word ghost is there. So, I think I'm going to walk with Stella. There's also an achievement for getting into a romantic relationship with the old granny hippie. Which is, I gotta say, lovely that it's included. The lack of the wind romance in Dragon Age Origins really pissed me off a bit. Because it was about the only one that would have been somewhat wholesome, considering what most of the others were like. Yeah, so we'll walk with Stella. I'll walk with Stella. We'll meet you there. And maybe we can make enough room in the van for all 3 of us to drive on the way back. Doubtful, but hey. In which case, why don't you just walk with us as well? Why does she insist? Is she just not a woodland person? Like, let's be honest, she wants to live in a city. The woods are calm and serene compared to last night, for you can't help but feel that danger lurks just beyond the trees. Hey, thanks for coming along with me. Girl, your dog died. I know you might appreciate some time alone, but you might also appreciate that companionship that you're currently missing a bit, you know. Should we talk about last night? Like, actually talk about it? That's an option. We've got lots of explore options, so we can try. Do you think the ditchlings might be aliens? I don't think they're aliens. Unless you're thinking of like the Celtic otherworld as an alien, yeah, like other dimensions, alien spaces. Right, so alien generally implies from another planet rather than from another world. It's hard to imagine you and Kanika doing videos together. She doesn't believe in any of this stuff. Let's save that for a bit. Spend more time. Yeah. Let's start with this. It's nice to get to spend more time out here with you. Yesterday was fun, minus all the bad parts. Aw, that's really nice. And she's looking away distracted. Should we talk about last night? Like, actually talk about it? Good. I appreciate the offer, but I'd really rather not get into it. Is it just me, or does this conversation feel kind of stilted? Are you okay? Yeah, it's like we're clicking options in a dialogue box. You know, it's hard to imagine you and Kanika doing videos together. She doesn't believe in any of this stuff. But she's a good friend. Well, they really weren't as spook-focused as my solo stuff. It was mostly just the escapades of 3 kids with too much time on their hands. So the stuff you did earlier, before your friends kind of drifted away a bit and you focused on the supernatural, or rather more of a thing on the side and both were happening at the same time, before your more unusual stuff gained notoriety. Still, she wasn't always such a skeptic. She used to absolutely love reading anything with magic in it, and she still does, I think. She just doesn't think that stuff is real anymore. Oh, that's such a shame that she lost the magic. I guess I don't exactly think that way either, but I'm still willing to accept the unexplainable while she looks for explanations. She keeps me grounded, honestly. Yeah, I can see that. The conversation comes to a dramatic halt, both of you whirling round to face the source of the sound. Duke? Phew. It's just a bird. Guess we're both a little on edge, huh? Yeah, no kidding. Let's hurry to the mine. It shouldn't be much further. That's a way of limiting our options so we don't get to choose everything. Kanika casually leans against her van as you and Stella emerge from the woods. She's more likely to go missing on the way back later, when it's darker, depending on how long we take. What is this? So that's like a walkway. It might be stairs. It looks like it might... like stuff might travel along it. Hey. Did you both have a good walk? It was alright. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? She actually looks a bit concerned. Like, she's got to take the facts she's seen, you know, and accept them. No. Nope. Oh, that makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. Probably relieved at the moment. But we're all here. What's the plan? I guess we just go talk to people? I guess so. You know, a much better plan would be waiting till they finish work and asking some off-duty miners. We are clearly young characters. I should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in the mines, because you used to be good friends with Tabitha. Tabitha? Asked Kanika, as if she read my mind. Yeah, I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two too many. Oh, that was me thinking you were going to say you tried sneaking in to try and film stuff without her permission. we're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. Right. And I'm the one less people will recognise. And you're the one everyone will remember because of your rather unique fashion sense. Stella's on lookout duty and only one of us is going in. What's the third person doing? Also being on lookout duty? You know, those cheesy rom-coms where someone wears an earpiece on their first date? Yeah, we don't have the earpiece. Whoa, do you have some kind of surveillance rig in the back of your van? That I didn't know about. What? No! I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call. Yeah, right. That's not gonna work very well. Okay, let's see. We can say I take it I'm the one going in. I take it I'm the one of us you're talking about. Tabitha and I aren't exactly friends, and pretty much all of the miners shop at the general store. I don't want to make folks uncomfortable, you know? It's probably for the best, Sarah. Oh, yeah, like, you're both trying to push me in there now. You're good, Kanika. I'm not interested in sneaking around. I'm going to go find my cousin. Talking to people scares me. You could do it, Kanika. Talking to people scares me. Okay, but if we're going to talk to people, they're going to tell the boss, right? We don't know how sneaky we're going to be. Oh, you're good, Kanika. I got this. We're young. We're impetuous. We're going to make very questionable life choices, which we'll no doubt come to regret. And I'm just going to do a quick recording check to make sure all's good. And it certainly looks that way. You're good, Kanika. I got this. Is that our way of saying we don't need the earbuds? You'll do great. You'll do great. Kanika hands you a pair of earbuds. One pair. If we were going to do a group call, shouldn't one of you have it? Because I was thinking one of them would have one of the earbuds and I'd have the other one, and as we moved them further away from each other, it get worse and worse and worse. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you a heads up if Tabitha's headed your way. Oh, great. How's she going to know? Is she going to be in there spying on Tabitha, or what? Dang, I miss this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Aw, thanks. I'll do my best. She wants to be a witch. She wants to know all the spells and be ever prepared. She's even got a fake witchy hat that's not really a very witchy hat. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Stella and Kanika back off, leaving you alone at the entrance to the mines. Your phone buzzes. Hey! Can you hear us? Try to say something. I'll say I haven't plugged the earbuds into the phone yet. Something. Stella and Kanika chuckle on the other end of the line. Alright, cool. Nothing to do now but enter the worksite. We're young. We didn't even ask if people would notice we had headphones on. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow Mine, which looks suspiciously like something from not UFO Enemy Unknown, the other one. Because UFO Enemy Unknown is the first XCOM, then you get the XCOM games, then you get the UFO, what's it, Afterlight, Aftermath, and After something. The second one of those three, right? This reminds me of some of the bases in that place, and there's lots of people here. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow Mine. I could say I'm in, or just not say that, because it would blatantly give me away. We'll approach the nearest group of miners instead of going straight to the main office to find our cousin. You approach the nearest group of miners, a blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, and an old-timer. Their uniforms identify them as Harrison, Davis, and Zax. He's Zax. I have no idea, nor her. You got a reason for bothering us? Hey, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Look. We'll just tell him. It's... Right. If I don't tell them, they'll be even more suspicious, right? So I'm trying to maintain a... So I met this guy on the bus. No! Hi, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Hey there, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Yeah, we know. You popped into the diner and just stared at everyone there. That townie you were with made sure we knew who you were. You're calling Stella a townie? Wow. What's that supposed to mean? I was just introducing you. It's polite. How can we help? Okay, so that's Davis and that's the third one. She looks a bit worried. The crease by her eye makes it look like she's about to cry. Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we know him. He was such a cut-up miss that... He was such a cut-up miss, that dude. Okay, a cut above the rest. That makes sense. A cut up sounds like he chopped things to bits. That must be an Americanism I'm not entirely familiar with. What happened to him? The miners shift for a moment, uncomfortably glancing at one another. Isn't that the guy you all said was, Okay. How can he be Harrison and Davis? He's gone. That's all that matters. We'll leave it be. Don't want to arouse too much suspicion. Asking if they've seen anything weird lately. All they think of Tabitha will arouse suspicion. It's like they'll be like, "You've met her, don't you know already what you think of her? You should get out of town." No, that'll arouse suspicion. So let's go on the bus. No, okay. Seen anything weird lately? Nope. Nothing at all. Okay, she might be Harrison there. Although he seems to always have his mouth open now. But could just be the shadow on his top lip. You make sure to tell your cousin that, okay? Ah, they think we're checking up on us, on them. That is Davis. Okay, now we know. Says Kanika. Maybe letting them know you're related to Tabitha wasn't a good idea. Yeah, but not letting them know, and them mentioning it to her later, and her wanting to know why we didn't let them know, is an even worse idea. Okay, actually that's all, thanks. Bye, says Zax. You walk away from the miners. We could approach another group of miners. You head over to the next group of miners. Before you can reach the miners, you're struck by an intense feeling. You recognize the hollow terror as the same thing you felt last night when you set eyes on that awful man in the miner's jacket. You shouldn't have come here. It's dangerous. What are you? Flesh and blood, much like yourself. You don't have to be afraid of me. I mean, he looks like we need to be afraid of him. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. He looks like a zombie, face under there. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. Can I look around and see if anyone else can see? Yeah, where were you when I was in wood? No. Where were you when I was being attacked by the mountain? What's going to happen? before you can say another word, the figure is gone. Hey, Sarah, are you still there? Says Kanika. We've just been getting static from you. Interesting. Oh, don't mind me. Our new friend just stopped by to say hello. Whoa, I thought you were... I saw you talking to someone down there. Are you okay? Whatever he is, I don't think he's human. I hate to say it, but with how the call went static, what if he's a ghost? Like, actually a ghost? You hate to say it. Stella, I don't think anything would make you happier than Wayne being a ghost. Also, ghosts aren't real. How do you know? Hey now, just because I want ghosts to be real doesn't mean I want this ghost harassing Sarah. You know, he said some real ominous shit to me. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. That sort of thing. I mean, they're putting me in danger right now. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Well, Kanika, it's supposed to mean that you gave me headphones and sent me into a group of people into a dangerous situation where it could get me into a lot of trouble because you didn't want to go. The plot thickens, says Stella. This just means we're on the right track, or I'm not about to back... I need to talk to Tabitha about this. I'm not sure I do. This just means we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down. Wayne trying to make me leave just means we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down now. I'm not sure Wayne was trying to make me leave. Whoa, so brave! Heck yeah, Sarah, we got your back! Well, you haven't really, but okay. Actually, I'm going to go find Tabitha. She deserves to know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. How are we supposed to tell her? We should regroup. I don't like the thought of spending more time. We'll approach the other group of miners. Hey there, can we help you with something? One of them's called Rodriguez. I don't know about the other two. Hang on. That looks suspiciously like Zach's, but it says Isaac's on his... Oh god, did they call the other one Zach's because they were trying to come up with a new name for Isaac's? And they just like took the I off the front. Do any of you know a man named Wayne? Wayne? Do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Says Smith. Wait, have you seen him? Asks Isaacs. He's been following me. It's real creepy, man. Or I saw him just now. If we say we saw him just now, they'll be like, wait, seriously? He's been missing? No, let's not do that. No. Because I don't think it really counts as him. Not in the way they mean. Damn, I thought... He's dead, Isaacs. Get over it. Yeah, if I'd said I had seen him, they probably wouldn't have reacted very positively. Might have even called the boss on me. No, come on, man. There's no way. How could he just die? I don't know. Why don't you ask his girlfriend? Great, that's who they think I am. Yikes, do you think... No way! Wait, what's Rodriguez getting at here? Is he saying, like, there's no way a little hottie like this would be with Wayne? Or something else entirely? Just saying, he wasn't exactly the first fella to fall for her, charms. Maybe they're not talking about me. Lots of heartbreak in that woman's history. Lots of jilted ex-lovers, if you catch my drift. Damn, who are they talking about? Isaacs falls quiet. I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. Oh, we can't ask who. Have any of you fellas seen anything out of the ordinary lately? Weird? How? Oh, weird animal sightings? Have you seen any weird animals? No, don't. Animals being weird, not animals that are weird. Strange question. We don't exactly get out much. What does this have to do with Wayne? Okay, have you heard any odd noises in the woods? Nothing but screech owls, says Smith. Okay, you heard any knocking in the mines? I don't think so, says Rodriguez. Can't hear shit down there, says Smith. Okay, that's all on that front, thanks. Anything else? I'm not going to ask him about Tabitha. Thanks for your help. Don't mention it. Let's pack it in, boys. Back to work. Should we check in? Just to head us up, the only group I still see up there are pretty close to the main office. Yeah, we probably shouldn't. It might still be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much of a warning if Tabitha comes out. Yeah, let's meet back up. Cool. We'll meet you by the van. Didn't find out much, but... You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of sacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. Hey, I think I just saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What's she doing here? We're supposed to... Clearly she's doing a delinquency. So that being delinquent? She's probably fine. Kids will be kids, am I right? We should call Oscar. Sure. We should call Oscar. Let's handle that after we catch up with her. Absolutely. We got running feet. Uh-oh. You rush over the hill and get your bearings. The sound of active mining fading into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point towards a nearby mine. Something about the mine feels wrong, as though a cold anger lies burning inside, sucking the life from the surrounding hills. This is the site of a mass grave. What's that up there? Is it like some kind of chameleon lizard thing in the tree? She didn't. Oh, and Kanika doesn't like going in mines. But we got the earbuds, and we'll get static underground, certainly, I think. Guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. You're exaggerating, but we get the point. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. Is she exaggerating that, mind you? And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an abandoned coal mine. Hey, remember all of those bad feelings I got last night? This place feels straight up cursed. I mean, like Kanika said, a lot of people died down there. There's a lot of spooky history to this place. For all we know, maybe all that death left some kind of mark down there. You don't say. Okay, just because a bunch of people died in there doesn't mean it's cursed. Come on, I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Yeah, but are you going to go in and drag her out? Even if it means I have to go underground. I'm not sure she's fully up to it, but we'll see. Whoa, you sure, Neeks? Sarah and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I hate the thought of other people getting trapped down there even more. Stella and Kanika disappear into the mines. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this. Not now. We go in, find the kid, then maybe let her know later on, depending on how this plays out. We're not going to call her. We'll follow Kanika and Stella into the mine like the irresponsible, reckless young lass we are. You take a deep breath and follow your new friends into the mine. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and your companions to hunch over. your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else's chest feel tight? Yeah, abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be. And this one's real bad. You know, because of the child miners, or should I say the minor miners. Oh, that was more of a German, European thing, like more of a medieval thing, but Kanika visibly shudders. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted, it's cracking jokes about dead child labourers while walking on their graves. What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. Yeah, probably not the wisest thing to do. A little more respect might be better. I actually snuck down here a few times to try and get some good footage. Part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella, the things you do for your viewers. Did you find anything? I wish. If any place in Scarlet Hollow was actually haunted, it'd be this mine. Hands down. But all I got was dust on my lungs and a couple of false alarms. And they head deeper into darkness, and so do we. Presumably, we have some kind of light source of us. And if the... what's it? The guys who did Until Dawn? That series of games, the Dark Pictures games are everything to go by, we're blatantly using mobile phones as a light source. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. This tunnel looks rather similar to the last one. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Stella pauses as sound rushes overhead. Oh my god! What was that? The mine's going to collapse and we're all going to die here, aren't we? Or there's a young kid we're trying to find. Stella sighs longingly. Ah, that's just how wind sounds down here. You sound so disappointed. It just brings back memories of my last forays into these depths. Every time I thought I'd finally found a spooky ghost, there wound up being a very unghostly explanation. Almost sounds like Kanika was there to tell her about it afterwards. Like local wildlife, for instance. Oh, don't terrify her with the idea of animals being down here. Stella turns her flashlight up towards an alcove overhead. One of those bats seems to object to the flashlight. Those guys got me real good last time I was here alone. Oh my god, there are bats down here? I'm going to get rabies, aren't I? I'm going to get rabies and die in a mine collapse. Well, maybe not both those things. You holding up okay, Neeks? Probably not. I mean, it may be self-deprecating humour to try and help handle the situation, but she does seem to be overdoing it a bit in that case. Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little on edge. Kanika is stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. So about those knockers. Okay, what was that? That was... I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys? It was just one. A hateful and broken presence stirs in the deep. It doesn't want you here, but doesn't want Rosalina here. We could say it sounds like rocks shifting somewhere deeper in the mine. We should be careful. That was a warning. We have to move fast before something terrible happens here. That's going to make her panic even more, isn't it? Whoa, you don't think it's Tommyknockers, do you? Okay, no. Tommyknockers are not real. They're not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack? I'd love to spend some extra time poking around down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. Emphasis on the word mystery. The three of you are interrupted by a second, much less distant sound of a can being popped open. She's been stealing booze from the miners, hasn't she? Okay, now that wasn't Tommyknockers. It came from this way. Follow me. I like the way we have semi-animated movement sequences for our companions in these situations. These kids are in so much trouble. Let's follow Stella. You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mine. That's a lot of kids. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. A group of teens turns and stares at you with annoyance. What the hell are you all doing here? Stealing booze from the miners. Oh, there's an extra one at the back. I thought that was a plant. I just saw his sleeve edge and then his legs. What the hell are you all doing here, you creeps? Are you stalking us? Says a girl. Yeah, she's just deflecting. And he's got, like, Bugs Bunny on his shirt. Yeah, creeps, says the girl in the checked shirt. Although apparently she thinks it's called plaid. Like I said, I just said that, Alexis. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. You're in a fucking mine. You could yell and get an echo down here without trying. There's something terrible in this place that wants to be left alone. Get out of here before it leaves its mark on you. They're not going to believe that necessarily. They're young, rebellious, want to make trouble. She got... What's this? No, it's just the tongues of her shoes sticking up. Okay, I thought she had, like, weird slippers or something. Okay, if you want an echo, you have a Grand Canyon. What are you, 5? We're here to make sure you don't hurt yourself. Your dad's looking for you, Rosalina. Chill out, Kanika. They're just teens. Let them have their fun. What are you guys even doing down here? This is the most miserable place I've been in my entire life. Try and make them think there's somewhere better they can go. This place isn't miserable. It's cool and rad, man. Who the hell are you exactly? That's Sarah, Tabby's cousin. Rosalina, your dad's worried sick about you. And if you ask me, he was right to worry. Yeah, too right, Kanika. Why the hell would you think hanging out in an old mine would be a good idea? Is the Maxwell place not dangerous enough? Oh, she almost had normal earlobes there for a moment. Because no one usually comes in here, duh. Everyone knows we have the Maxwell place now, so we had to find a new hideout. Who's Hoodie Girl? Oh no, that's still her. Which you instantly found, so I guess we'll have to find an even more secluded place where we can just be ourselves. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. Okay, who's Hoodie Girl? Is it her? There's a pocket on the front, so maybe. I can't... Oh, so she's not been the one talking to us most of this time? Oh, bugger. I can't believe you... So they might actually banish her and send her home to her father so they can carry on getting up to no good. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. No, it really doesn't. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much, you know? Hey, don't you kids have school tomorrow anyway? It's dropping off something break. It's autumn break. And we're not kids, says the girl in the hoodie. I mean, not for much longer. Especially not if you stay down here and some kind of accident happens. Yeah, we're teens, man. Like, totally radical. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where did you even get those? Yeah, those don't sound like something the miners would. Which means she doesn't sell them. Most of the teens avoid eye contact. The quiet one in black tries to melt into the cavern wall. Not working, she's got very pale skin. Face and hands stand out a mile. Oh no, I know that wasn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? There's Miles. Does she know him? Like, as in blood relative, not just... Maybe she just knows him. Becca's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all that. You're supposed to be minding the store. Well, she's not. Oh, it's not like anyone ever comes in on Tuesdays. And Mum's there, so it's fine. Eyes dart uncomfortably around the cavern as Kanika tears into her brother. So he is her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? Oh, this seems like it might actually be working. I left school so you would have a chance to live your life, and this is what you're doing with it. What would Dad think if he could see this, stealing booze from a family store to dick around in an old abandoned mine? Oh, Dad's dead, Kanika. But if he were here, he'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Are you sure? Who cares if we're having canned margaritas somewhere nobody's supposed to bother us? Mars, don't try and twist this around on your sister. You know, I'd love to help you all sort this out, but can we maybe not do it in an abandoned coal mine? Can you at least do your underage drinking somewhere a little safer, or just don't do it at all? We should let the kids have some fun. If these guys are going to make bad decisions on them. You know, if this is what you all do for fun around here, maybe the ditchlings were kind of inevitable. I don't think we're going to scare teenagers with stories of ditchlings. Younger children, maybe. So yeah, Miles, don't try and, you know, don't you go blaming your sister for this, man. You're down here drinking with kids as young as 13. That's messed up. And this is America, so you can't drink legally at the age of 17. Wait, no, it's 15 for smoking, 18 for drinking. 17 for something else, but used to be 18. Was it smoking is 18? I can't remember. Anyway. Whatever. Hey, don't talk to us like we aren't here. Oh, don't talk about us like we aren't here. That makes more sense than the way I originally read it. Yeah, we can hear you, says the freckled. I'm going to go with freckles and not spotty face because that's kind of a freckled girl in a red checked shirt. Alexis, don't butt in. I'm not trying to make a point. Okay, we're sowing discord in the group. That's good. Oh, she's smiling a bit. She likes them trying to antagonize us because we're older, but she won't like it if they're bickering with each other. We're perfectly capable of taking care of ourselves. We don't need a bunch of sad 20-somethings telling us where we can be or what we can do. Sad 20-somethings? Hey, I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. Anyway, my dad is actually a foreman in the continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this area because there wasn't enough coal left. That's probably almost true. They probably would have kept working it in spite of the cave-in and the miners' deaths if they thought they could get more out of it. Greedy mining companies being what they are. Not because it was dangerous or anything, so we can hang out here anytime we want. Not really. Yeah, Becca's dad's right though. Check out how sturdy this place is. Don't fucking... The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Could even be the sound we heard from deeper in the mine. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? One of these days I'll find a real Tommy knocker. Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. Jumping up to hit stuff is extremely 8th grade. It's also extremely unsafe down here. No offense, Rosalina. Oh, she's the youngest one here. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Oh, and you're really mature, being down here like this, messing about, are you? Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill, and smart too. All of you, quiet. This is serious. This isn't just a question of having fun. Miles, you could get in big trouble if anyone found out what you've done. I hope this is the first time, but it is definitely the last. Let's get out of here before there's a cave-in or someone gets tetanus. Oh, Kanika, you don't have to end their little party. We know Rosalina's safe. We can just stick around and keep an eye on them. No, we need to get the fuck out of here before something bad happens. And we can look for ghosts while we're at it. Okay, that'll really freak her out and make her want to leave sooner. I think she's doing that on purpose to make her want to get out of here. One of us could pop out of here real quick and text Oscar to let him know that Rosalina's just out with her friends. Oh, you're just saying that to seem cool so we stop making fun of your YouTube channel. That's not true, but I also think it's okay for teens to make bad decisions sometimes. Yeah, not necessarily this bad. Anyway, Rosalina isn't going anywhere. She's better off here than at home. On why you'd think that's the case. Yeah! Tell them about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. At home. We've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They got a hot plate and a couple of cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for that, says Kanika. He's a good guy and he cares about you, Rosalina. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, now Stella's got interested, yeah. It's such a bullshit excuse, says Becca. Becca's one of the main troublemakers here. And Miles... He's done some of the worst stuff, but he's not necessarily a leader. So she may be the one to try and discredit her in front of the others. I'll bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, save it up about other people's families. Isn't that like bullying or something? Well, in a manner of speaking. Shut up, Zane! Now that's bullying. But back up, he says it's haunted. I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. And the fact that he hasn't means maybe Rosalina isn't being entirely honest here. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it. Like I'm still a little kid. Oh, she's getting angsty now. You know, I'm not going to weigh on this. This is better. This is between you and your dad, and the two of you should talk about it anywhere that isn't here. I'm sure Oscar is doing this to protect you. You're right. Oscar should treat you more like an adult. She's 13. How do you know there isn't a ghost? Sure. Why are all the adults in this town such weirdos, says Becca. There is no ghost. There's no such thing as ghosts. Oscar is just lying. If he believes there's a ghost, then he's not lying. Yo, what if we break in and Ghostbuster plays anyway, just to be sure? Oh my god, Zane, you can't Ghostbust if there's no ghost. Also, chimes in Miles, Rosalina lives there. She can't, break into her own house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real. And if it isn't real, well, problem solved, says Stella. Hey, it would get them out of the mine. You know, says Lexus, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost, says Becca. Whether there's a ghost in Oscar's house is a question for a time when we're not in immediate danger. And to ruin everyone's fun, the answer is probably no, there is not a ghost. Now I'm going to drag my shithead brother back home and suggest you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any one of many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. And the second one did come a little late, but it came indeed. This feels like it might be an end of chapter moment, and monsters might start appearing again. That wasn't me, I swear, says Zane. Then what was it? asks Kanika. Come on, Stella. Didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? Oh, it's Tommyknockers for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've got to check it out. So then the kids will go, oh my god, you're so lame and boring. We're not going to stick around for this, right? Is she trying to chase them away, or is she... I don't think she's genuinely interested. I think she's winding up Stella again. Stella, do you have no sense of self-preservation? Oh, that's Kanika. Stella, do you have no sense of self-preservation? Nobody is going deeper into the mine. Nobody is going to stay in the mine. We're all leaving. Please, before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. Wait a second. Where'd three of you run off to? Are you kidding me? I don't think they went out. And I don't think one of them snuck off to make the sound either, because they were all here when it happened, or at least that's the impression we were given. Wow, Kanika, maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and like, I was zoning out the whole time we've been here. Oh, hey, they must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Oh no. No, 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 no. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. Becca's head pops out from the tunnel's entrance. We're not about to let you come in and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here 1,000,000 times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. I just... Whatever, come on you two. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think we can catch up with them if we just follow their voices. Do you want to take these two out of here while Sarah and I track them down, Neeks? Or she wants to get out of here? Look, I know I've made a bit of a fuss about not liking this place, but I'm not about to leave you two alone down here. What if something bad happens and I'm not here to help? I mean, those two are probably just going to sit there and doss about anyway. Or what if you run into something totally normal down here that you think is a ghost and I miss out my chance to figure out what it actually is? Alright, knuckleheads, if I don't escort you two out of here myself, can I trust you to actually leave and go home? Yeah, I could never fit in that tunnel anyways. They've crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever, says Miles. I'll still have to do my dailies anyways, and the service down here sucks. Good. Now go! Miles and Zane quickly head back towards the entrance, and we get to go into trouble. Alright, let's get this over with. You know, I've read a lot of stories about cave rescuers needing their own rescues. Should we get some professionals down here? Oh god, she's going to freak out. Please don't make me regret staying down here. Oh, don't worry you guys, it'll be fun and safe. I really don't know about it. You call everything fun and safe. And here I am, still in one piece. Yeah, what about your dog, bitch? There's no way around it. I can feel the depths call out to us, and we are destined to answer their call. Please save the spooky one-liners for when we're someplace that isn't here. We can get coffee at Winnie's place once we're all out of here. My treat. Oh, that was Stella. I thought that was Kanika. You know, that'd probably cheer her up. You and Kanika exchange a glance as Stella ventures forwards. A glance to say, if she gets into trouble, we're going to have to get her out of it. Deeper we go. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. But Becca, why are we doing this again? We could get in so much trouble. We're doing this because I'm not about to take a life advice from a YouTuber and a dropout. Whoa, that was uncalled for, says Stella. I did not drop out. I'm going back to vet school as soon as my family doesn't need me here. She's going to train to be a doctor for animals or army military veterans, because Americans like to call them vets, which is confusing. I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Her videos are really neat. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of a YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? Well, for starters, if you have a sponsor, you have conditions on what you're allowed to put in your videos. And it's like, gets all corporate. Loads of YouTubers don't have sponsors. I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice, trademark, and I've made plenty from ads and donations. Oh fuck, she's getting... Okay, she's getting donations as well as ads. She's a greedy bitch. Are you okay, Kanika? Yeah, it's fine. I just can't believe we have to deal with that Becca girl slandering us while we're sticking our necks out for her. God, I hate her. Normally I'd say she's just a kid, but wow, she doesn't have an uncanny ability to go right for the jugular. You know what? Meat Rice? That's a pretty big deal, Stella. They're on, like, every big podcast, because we've never heard of them. Are they like an American version of Pot Noodle? Or I presume it's a made-up brand for the game, but I don't know for certain. Either that, or this game got a sponsorship deal and is indulging in product placement for cash. Thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel. I wish they were gossiping. No, I do not. I'm just glad they're not gossiping about me, which gives them an opportunity to do it and really dig in. Yup, says Kanika, because they don't know me. Yeah, I know they're just teens, but some of that stuff stung. I mean, it wasn't that bad. Oh, new backdrop. Another knock. Closer. Interrupts your thoughts. Followed by another. Followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? Quite possibly. Yeah, it's not just you. Okay, that knocking is starting to freak me out, says Rosalina. Calm down, Rosalina, it's just mind sounds. Did you guys see that? Are we going to hear them get attacked now? Like, hear a scream and someone gets dragged off into the darkness and we go and only find two of them? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. I saw it, says Rosalina. Shut up! There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. That sounds like... That sounds just the active mine echoing through the walls, right? Are we sure the tunnel they went through is going to meet back up with us? What do they see? What if they're the ones doing the knocking? What if this is all... No, I think they're Tommy knockers. Those poor kids are coming down. You coming down here was a bad idea. I can't believe they're making us do this. They better get grounded when we're getting closer. Let's keep moving. Yeah, we'll just... Tommy knockers. Tommy knockers, says Stella. Guys, Tommy knockers aren't real. But there's a reason people think they make those sounds. And that reason is very real. And it's not a coincidence that the whole Tommy knocker myth is tied to mine collapses. If we explore too many times, will it affect the going... Right, so explore isn't supposed to affect forwards progression, but can open up things or block things off. If we explore too many times here, will too much time have passed for us to save them? That's a very good question to consider. Are we sure the tunnel they went through is going to meet back up with us? Not at all. But we're bloody... It's the only hope we got, really. I mean, we're still able to hear their voices. At the very least, we're all still heading in the same direction. Oh, those poor kids. Is it too mean to call it karma? They've been making fun of us all night. It hasn't been that long. At least now we'll probably be able to actually get them to leave. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. And we've blocked off some of the other exploration choices, so it seems we had a limited amount of options to pick. Oh, that is getting a bit tight. Okay. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. It's not right next to us. That's the main thing. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. Maybe Kanika should stay up here. She's a bit on the hefty side. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the echoes of terrified teens, their panicked arguing bouncing down the pitch-black corridors. The pit radiates rage, a white-hot anger. It hates you, but at the heart of it you can sense something else. The quiet hum of a darker presence. The heart calls to you, desperate to be witnessed. Well, it looks like the only way forward is that pit, and it sounds like there's somewhere down there. I've never been this far in. It looks like a death trap. Are you sure we should go down there? You can wait up here, Neeks, and be alone. It might be a good idea, good to have an extra pair of eyes up here, or a voice to lead us back. Alright, I'm not going to argue with you. That ladder looks older than all of us combined. Good luck. Alright, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. We'll follow her into the pit, taking the only available option. It would be nice if we could reassure Kanika a bit first. Hope she'll still be here when we get back. I would say I'm sure she'll be fine, but we've played this game already and we've seen the ditchlings. Anything could be happening when we leave someone alone down here. You walk to the ladder and climb down. Stay safe, Sarah, says Kanika at the top of the ladder. I'm pretty sure this is the way back. Come on. Pretty sure? I thought you'd been down here before. I don't think she knows as much as she is letting on, Alexis. She's just trying to impress her friends. Okay, maybe I didn't get this far in, but whatever. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm definitely remember the way out. Hurry. I don't want to be down here anymore. I think we hear voices. I think it was actually this way, says Rosalina, disagreeing with Becca. Oh, shut up! No one even wanted you to come with us anyway. Becca! It's not nice. Yeah, they're close, all right. It sounds like they're really lost, says Kanika from somewhere in the distance. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. We'll step forwards then. There is something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. We walk towards it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. A desperate need to perceive and be perceived. We wrap ourselves in the dark embrace of the pit. Hey, are you alright, Sarah? We shall bear witness to the darkness before us. Stella reaches for your shoulder, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Oh! It's like the beginning of Darkest Dungeon. The standing man says, "You said we wouldn't use this shipment." There's got to be some equipment. This looks like the military gentleman. "You know it's compromised." "We couldn't afford to wait for new wood, Charles. We had to go ahead with it." Oh. A tissue, we all fall down. It's still sturdy enough. It'll get the job done. And yet it didn't. Sarah? Sarah, are you alright? What are these flames? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something and then you just conked out. She's okay, Kanika! Oh, thank God! Is that supposed to be Kanika up there? I don't think it is, but the direction is right. Okay, don't move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourself while you're still recovering from whatever that was. Kanika and I are going to go get you help. We'll be back soon, I promise. Oh yeah, just leave me here in the dark. You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than before. Each of these flames seems to be above a face, with an open mouth, flame on top, and something that looked like a hand there almost. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voices of bickering teenagers echoing down the stone corridors. Becca, you're just getting us more lost. It's this way! If you're so sure, then why don't you just leave? I can't believe I let Alexis talk me into inviting you in the first place. Becca, I'm just trying to help. I said go! Okay, I will. Alexis, you don't have to go with her. You know that, right? Pick a side, Alexis. I'm sure Becca knows where... Oh, I'm sure Becca knows where we're going. She wouldn't just lie. Sorry, Rosalina. The increasingly desperate voices of the teens are drowned out by the thunderous knocking. You can practically feel the ground shake beneath you. You can almost see the walls vibrate with the intensity of the hellish sound. As you settle more into your senses, Rosalina appears in the passageway to your left, out of breath and teary-eyed. I don't think we're going to get to see the other two. I'm so sorry I snuck off like that. I just wanted Alexis to think I was cool. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. This place, or at least part of it, is coming apart. Becca and Alexis are still down there. We can't just leave them there. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Please, I don't want them to die. Don't be a hero. Heroes and mind collapses are just more bodies that need to be recovered. Another dusting of debris falls from the ceiling. You don't have long until this mine collapses on you. Here's the thing. We lost consciousness. We're not at our full capacity at the moment. If we go after Becca and Alexis, something very bad could happen. But at least I'll get to experience it. I think we need to just take Rosalina and get out of here. And this is a horror game. We did have the warning at the beginning that we wouldn't be able to save everyone. You reach towards Rosalina. Rosalina, I'm sorry, but there's nothing... The mine's coming apart. We can't go after him. They made their choice, Rosalina. Don't die for their mistake. No, we'll go with this. Your dad wouldn't want you to die down here. Rosalina. What about their parents? They wouldn't want Becca and Alexis to die like this. Rosalina, we've got to go! We're going to have to force it soon. Rosalina hesitates for a moment. Alexis! Becca! The way out is this way. If you just follow my voice, you'll be able to make it out. Okay, let's go. She grabs your hand and the two of you start climbing. We should better send her up the ladder first. She's younger. We appear to be not doing that. You push your body to move as quickly as it can, though you're slowed by the cramped corridors and winding passageways of the mine. Becca! Alexis! Can you still hear me? Cries out Rosalina, completely understandable in her situation. The knocking drowns out Rosalina's desperate shouts as the two of you crawl closer and closer to the entrance, and she doesn't seem to be able to hear them. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I left you guys. The knocking is deafening now, as if someone were trying to break through the walls with fists of iron. We'll continue towards the entrance. You continue to push forward, your burning muscles giving way to pure adrenaline. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. I'm so sorry. We'll push on through. We might have to grab her and carry her. And there it is. Freedom! You and Rosalina manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. They might have to mount a rescue expedition just to try and find them in case they're still alive. Alexis? Do you think the other two... Maybe they got out. It's possible, right? Maybe there's another entrance or something. Or maybe they're still alive in there. Oh God. I'm so sorry. Rosalina, are you okay? Your dad's on his way. He should be here any minute. I'm so sorry. If they are dead, she's going to have to live with this for the rest of her life. I came as soon as I heard that crash, says Tabitha. What the hell are you three doing here? I thought I told you to stay out of trouble, yet here you are at the scene of what looks like a deadly accident. How did you manage this? Tabby, come on, it's not Sarah's fault. Stella is right. If it's anyone's fault, it's yours. You have an abandoned mine on your property that was barely even boarded up. It was only a matter of time until something like this happened. If those two kids in there are dead, their blood is on your hands, Tabitha Scarlet. Oh, she's not going to like that. There are kids in there? I'm going to have to deal with their parents, aren't I? Oh, I hate dealing with parents. No, fuck that. Don't hate dealing with parents. Hate the fact someone might have died. Also, how dare you? It's not like I put up a big neon sign saying cool place for teens to hang. It's clearly not safe. You three were up there with them. Why didn't you do something to get them out of there? We bloody did. We did our best to get them out of there. Call it, Tabitha. We're probably the only reason there's only 2 kids in there instead of 5. I think Tabitha has every right to be upset right now. Should have boarded up better. Pointing fingers won't help Becca and Alexis. Calling her no, not going to say she's just another coal baron. There's no point in arguing with her. No, she does have a right to be angry because people shouldn't have been in here. Hey, everyone calm down. Let's not let our emotions get the best of us. No, not let our emotions get the best of us. Sarah is right. We could tear out each other up all night, but it wouldn't do a thing but leave us with bruised egos. Yeah, Sarah is right. I'm going back to the camp. I'll be back with some men. And they can start digging. I'll call Earl. parent of one of those two? It takes a bit of time, but eventually Tabitha arrives with men and a machine to start digging through the rubble. Looks like a couple of policemen as well. You and Stella and Kanika take a quiet moment to yourselves as the others get to work. Do you think Becca and Alexis are okay? Do you think they're going to be okay? It depends how long they're down there. To a certain extent. There were survivors in the last collapse. She's looking a bit hopeful rather than optimistic. I left from down there. Don't say that. If you didn't pull Rosalina out when you did, you all might have wound up buried down there. I think you did the right thing. There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit that showed me what happened to this place. Charles Shaw was set up. The Scarlets caused the old collapse. Charles Shaw was set up. No way! Dude was a monster. I mean, the Scarlets were monsters too. They still are. What am I saying? Visions aren't real. Visions can't be real. That would be magic. I don't know, Neeks. Sarah had like a seizure next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. That doesn't mean she had an actual vision. There has to be some other explanation. I saw something down there, like the shadows of dead miners. I'm pretty sure I saw some ghosts down there. Did you guys not see them? Everything that happened down there centered around that main chamber where I saw that carving. I saw something down there, like the shadows of dead miners. They were right behind Stella just before you two left. Did you guys not see them? Whoa, I didn't see anything other than you and that carving. That's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, and I couldn't see anything down in that pit, but you might have just been primed to see things. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile of some of the Tommyknockers' stories. What if they're actually bona fide ghosts? Oh, Stella! Are you sure those were Tommyknockers? Depends on what you mean by sure. If anyone is anyone really sure of anything? They fit the description pretty well. I don't know what else they'd be. I have no idea what happened in there. I need to do some reading on mine collapses, I guess. Everything that happened down there centered around that main chamber where I saw the carving. Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Oh, she took a picture of it? Maybe you weren't entirely off base about the cult stuff you mentioned earlier today, but this thing felt odd. Did I mention possibly the cult? I might have done. I might have chosen not to mention that one. Something's telling me this was only the beginning of our ditchling problem. That was our ditching problem, right? Case closed, good work team. No. Do you think it's over? No, not to be flippant, but that isn't the end of our ditchling problem, right? I can't imagine how much worse this could get, but I think you're right. We've still got a lot of unanswered questions too, even more than we had this morning. We had a lot of questions this morning. This is all still a little too magic for me. Just because two bad things have happened doesn't mean there's a pattern. But it does mean that Stella can go back in Kanika's van and we can go back in Tabitha's car, or something. Right? I'm not going to blame them for leaving me there. I was unconscious they were going to get help. What happens now? Hey guys. I don't think she's quite ready to talk just yet. What happened down there? She's okay, Oscar. I made sure of that. Have you met the kids Rosalina hangs out with? Rosalina made it out of there because she stood up for herself. Yeah, that's kind of true. There's something terrible about mine. I think Tommyknockers brought down the right. Well, Rosalina told us you've been living in the library. Hang on. There's something terrible in that mine. I think it was just Tommyknockers. I can't believe they're actually real, but I got some audio of them knocking on my phone. They must have been furious that we went down there. Oh, this is all my fault. She's been angry with me. If I'd just been able to provide more stability, she wouldn't be doing things like this, putting herself in danger. Hey, Rosalina made it out of there because she stood up for herself. You should be proud. She's a good kid, Oscar. Thanks. She's okay, Oscar. I made sure of that. Thank you, Sarah. I just wish I could have kept her from going there in the first place. If I'd just paid closer attention to her, maybe none of this would have happened and those kids wouldn't be down there. I can't help but feel that it was my responsibility to prevent this, and I blew it. It was everyone's responsibility, Oscar. But I'm glad you can take accountability for your part. Although, teens are reckless, there's only so much you can do. You are the parent in this situation, yeah. It's horribly true. Yep, you're being a bit too hard on yourself. There's not... You can't be expected to predict and prevent accidents. You're only human. Yeah, she's right, Oscar. As a former reckless teen and a current reckless adult, yeah, there's not much you can do in a situation like this. I suppose you're all right. I'm just human. I could be a better human, though. Have you met the kids Rosalina hangs out with? Yeah, Rosalina's lived here since she was 2, so she basically grew up with them. We're a little older than her, and yeah, they get into some trouble, but I didn't think they were bad kids or anything. Especially that Alexis. Gosh, poor girl, always acted like a dog somebody had kicked. Yeah, I think we know who kicked it. And now she's in there. It's not right. It's going to be okay, Oscar. They're not bad kids, just reckless. None of them deserve this. I don't know what they were expecting. You shouldn't have let her hang out with them. That Becca is trouble. But none of them deserve this. It's not fair that such bad things can happen to kids so young. Just not fair. Yeah, Rosalina told us you two have been living in the library. I think she was trying to get away from that. Oscar sighs. Rosalina told you that? Yes, it's true, but you have to understand, there's something in that house, which means we'll probably be going there next chapter. We believe you, Oscar. Well, Kanika doesn't, but she's trying not to anyway. I couldn't let it hurt her, since I don't know how to get rid of it. I set up a back room at the library for us. Just until I could figure out how to fix things. I know she hates it, but I thought it would be better for her. Maybe she could have stayed overnight with some of her friends a few times. Instead, it just drove her away. Staying with friends, not checking in, and now this. It's all because of that house. And because of me. Because I haven't been able to fix this. I just wish she could understand. I'll put the spirit to rest. We can perform a seance tomorrow night. Maybe I shouldn't say this right in front of him. Stella's right. We believe you. Even Kanika, right? And we'll totally help you get rid of your ghost. Or more likely we'll figure out what non-ghost thing it actually is. Either way, we're here for you. Thanks, guys. That really means a lot. I shouldn't have kept this to myself, but I was so afraid of seeming ridiculous. Dad? You must be so mad at me. Oh, Rosa, of course not. I'm not mad at you. Do you think that maybe they got out? Maybe there's another exit somewhere? I think the miners would have floor plans of the mines. Rosalina, I should have pushed back harder. I knew the way out. I should have made them come with me. I just don't want them to be dead. I'm so sorry, Dad. You don't have to be sorry. You're alive, and you're safe. We couldn't have gone back for them, right? We wouldn't have made it out if we went back. Like your dad said, you're alive, Rosalina, and you're safe. That's all that matters. Well, no, because her friends clearly matter to her. We had to make a choice. It's best not to regret it. You made it out because you stood up for yourself. Yeah, you could say you're right. We wouldn't have made it out of there if we went back from. Or say, you made it out of there because you stood up for yourself. We said that before already. So we're reinforcing our belief as a character. Becca was too proud to listen to you, and Alexis decided to stay with her. It's not fair, though. They didn't deserve to be buried alive for that. I know. I know how difficult this is, and you can be upset for as long as you need to be, Rosa. I think the best you can do for your friends right now until we get them out of there is to enjoy the life you have. I know I haven't made that easy for you. I know you've been frustrated with the choices I've made. But I'm going to do what it takes to move us back into our house. We're going to have a good life again, Rosa. I'm sorry I didn't do this sooner. I'm sorry this is what it took. Dad? We're on the case, Sistella. We'll be okay. I promise. I'm going to take her home. I guess we'll see the three of you tomorrow, and thank you, Sarah. You have no idea how much I appreciate what you did for Rosalina. Or how guilty I'm going to feel about it. As Oscar and Rosalina leave, your cousin exhaustedly saunters over to you. Alright, Sarah. My men are set up to start digging. We're going back to the estate, which means they can go back in the van. Now hold on a minute, Miss Scarlet. Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss? In private? Okay, fine, just make it quick and don't you dare try and pull anything on her. She did nothing wrong here. Hey, she's standing up for us. Even if she does look a little bit like a peanut sometimes. And we refuse to peanuts on the bus. Ladies, I'm afraid that means you too. Don't you need to talk to us? We witnessed this too. Yeah, but we were the one who made the decision to pull her out alive and not sell the others. They'll want to know, like, description of the part of the mine we were in, where the others might have been. Oh, sure, but that can wait. We know where to find you all. Yeah, they know where you live. I'm Sheriff Hugby, and this is Deputy Derrickson. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Welcome to Scarlet Hollow. Hope this little accident hasn't coloured your perception of the place. Lovely place to live, if you ask me. Indeed, lovely indeed. Now, Sheriff Hugby, don't you think it's a mite odd that these teens found themselves in an old abandoned mine on the very property Sarah's family happens to own? And don't you think it's even a mite bit odder that Sarah happened to be in there with them at the time of said collapse? Oh, are they trying to blame me for taking them down there? I'd be lying if I said it weren't peculiar, though I'm sure you're an upright citizen, Sarah, and all this is surely an unfortunate coincidence. Still, a good cop should ask himself these questions. You got to answer where we're coming from. You got to understand where we're coming from. 2 kids, 15 and 14, are buried alive down there, and maybe they're dead. And you were on the premises. Whether or not that was merely a coincidence remains to be seen, but we gotta do our diligence here. Look, I'll get to your questions, but we also need to talk about the man that's been stalking me. Let's not do that. They might think I'm crazy. If everyone thinks he's dead, this town is haunted. Out of your depths here? Why are you asking me this? It was a mine collapse. We saw some teens sneak into an abandoned mine, so we went after them. We were just trying to do the right thing. Of course, very noble of you. Pardon our questions, just trying to gather all the facts, you see? Just being thorough. Our duty as officers of the law. Well, if there's nothing more you can tell us, I suppose we'll let you go on about your evening. But we may be in touch. Have a good one. Deputy Derrickson tips his hat to you. The 2 officers wander back towards the mine, Derrickson taking notes as they examine the scene. You make your way towards Stella and Kanika. What the hell is going on in this town, Neeks? I've been looking for stuff like this all my life, and suddenly it's everywhere I look. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for all of it. Somehow. Oh hey, I guess the cops are done with you. What are they going to take you in for being present of... What, are they going to take you in for being present at an accident? Sorry if they gave you a hard time. Small town cops, you know. You've got to do something. Always blame everything on drifters, even acts of God, I guess. Excellent. You didn't get arrested. Apparently we could have done. Now come on, let's go. And maybe even meet Wayne on the way back as well, again. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Sarah? Well, Tabitha's not going to like it, but I'll try. I'd really rather you didn't. If you're going to run around almost getting killed every night, keep my cousin out of it. Your cousin is an adult, Tabitha. She can make her own decisions. Not while she's under my roof. Currently not under it, but understood. Come on, let's go. As if to illustrate her point, Tabitha grabs your arm, dragging you towards her car. Okay, let's not resist. See you tomorrow, guys. I'll text you when we're back. I can walk to the car on my own. Are you kidnapping me? Just follow her quietly. See you tomorrow, guys. You can practically feel Tabitha roll with her eyes as she drags you into the car. Hey, it's this scene again. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. So about today, how are you holding up? I'm doing terribly, by the way, in case you want to know. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? You and Kanika don't really seem to get along. Let's go with this. Do you think Becca and Alexis are okay? She'll be like, no, of course they're not okay. We won't know for days at least, at the earliest. Their parents should have kept tighter reins on them. I never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Pearl Ann to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but that strictness paid off. Ugh, why am I telling you this for? What am I telling you this for? Whoa, are we bonding? Hey, you can tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you. And about Pearl Ann, for that matter. Tabitha says nothing. Mouth suddenly sealed as she fixes her eyes on the road ahead. Ooh, that might have been a bad choice. You're right. There are a lot of adults who should have done a better job tonight. She wants to be quiet at the moment. But no, we should agree with her. She might appreciate it. Not that she'll open up much. Exactly. People who aren't ready to be parents shouldn't be parents, and clearly there are some parents who aren't ready. Okay, that's a really harsh thing to be saying. Take the librarian. There are tons of people more qualified to be parents who can't even conceive, and here he is having a kid at 19 and clearly letting her do just whatever the hell she wants. Hey, I think I should stand up here. It's not fair. Did you not have a chance to have children? Are you jealous? Do you think they're being irresponsible and you've been busy being responsible and working? That's entirely out of line. What's wrong with you? Oscar's house is sort of haunted, Tabitha. I don't think it's fair to pass judgment. She won't like this, but I'm going to say it. It's in keeping with the character we're playing. I don't think it's fair to judge him. You don't know the whole story. Whatever. How are you holding up? I don't think you want to answer me to answer that question. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? I don't want to talk about Stella, and it's none of your business anyway. Are we just making her angrier? Okay, look, sorry about today. Tabitha doesn't answer. I'll drop it. I could... I've said it. She's heard it. If I try and make a big deal out of it, I'll only annoy her. You drop it. Tabitha's eyes remain fixated on the road. Not fixed on the road. We'll ride in silence. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha sink back into silence. We're doing terrible at this cousinly bonding, by the way. Actually, I might have made some minor progress, but it's not easy to tell. And I think we saw him in the vision. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of a decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, and I'm sure it's the precursor to a horrifically stressful week. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Why did you even invite me in here? It seems like you hate me, because it was the right thing to do, but... Please, just cut me some slack. Please, just talk to me. Tabitha closes her eyes for a moment and sighs. There's no point. At the end of the week you'll go home and we'll never speak to each other again. We just have to get through this week. If that's how you feel, why did you invite me at all? I don't know. You're the only family I have left. I didn't want to do this alone. But you're doing it alone. You're not letting me help you. You're not allowing me in. Why am I even talking to you? I'm too tired for this. I need to sleep. I'll see you in the morning. I should have said we could be better friends after this. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs, her posture defeated. We'll turn in for the night. You head up to your room to turn in. And realise you haven't gone to the toilet since fucking yesterday. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the shore mine, you barely even notice the dust. Hey, it's not a patch on coal dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Kanika sent a message to Stella. You're all. These are those things, right? Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. I saw them again too, says Stella. Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. Stella sent that. She went back through the woods? Fucking hell. What the f... What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more of them being here from the mine collapse. I'm not reading it up here this time because it's a little too small. Okay. No way I'm sleeping. Tonite. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point, you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. And now might be the perfect time to let it. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread bawling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, your thoughts drift to Alexis and Becca, terrified and alone if not already dead. And Alexis suddenly looks much bigger than Becca now, which really wasn't the case before. She seemed a bit smaller previously. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. It's the fucking cat. Oh, and it looks like it really hates us. Just the cat. It's always just the cat. It's a doorknob, it's not a handle. How did the cat turn it? It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep, even if she's looking at you like she wants to murder you. Here we go. The door is suspiciously open. There's a room with light. Tabitha is unhappy. Someone opened her door and closed it to check on her. Heading down the stairs towards a door. Deeper in the house. Deeper underground by the look of it. To a cellar with a cobbled wall. And knocking from behind the wall. This is the end of episode 2. Episode 3 awaits. Proceed if you dare. And I shall do so in the next episode, after I've done things like sleep and upload this one and stuff. Alright. I'm going to leave this episode here. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Until then, fare thee well, travellers, and I'll see you again in more Scarlet Hollow.